Well, hello, it's Fast Charlie. Hope you're all having a good Friday. I've got a lock here. I've got a couple locks here. Here's an Avis. I have picked this on camera before. It's an 8345, and I am currently using this. And but I think I'm going to switch from this to this Master Pro Series 6621. And this is a very cool lock. I got this lock from BobbyKeyz, and I believe he got it from Jeff Moss. I do not know exactly what core this is, but it's pretty tough. It's a Schlage, and as is this, but this key doesn't work. This one, so I do have the pins ready to go so that I can pin it up to this key and try to show it. This one is key retaining. I don't know if I can make this one key retaining. I'm gonna do some investigating, but I would like it to be key retaining if at all possible. But first, I'm gonna try to pick this on camera. Again, thank you to BobbyKeyz and Jeff Moss for giving it to BobbyKeyz to share with one of his amazing giveaways. This is pretty tough lock to pick, so we'll see how it goes. I've had the best luck with 50,000's top of keyway and this abused 18,000's Peterson gem. Just kind of start off in the front here. Just try to get these pins set. And then I'll work my way on back. And then I have been having good luck getting it to pop open on number 2. When you get everything set, number 2 seems to be the last one to set. This doesn't seem to have any kind of spools in it at this time, and I think I might leave it that way. It works beautifully. The tension is really key on this lock. You just have to use really light tension, or not really light tension like an American, but more like, I don't know. It's just very particular. If you use just a little bit too much tension, you cannot get it. But you do need to know if you're setting pins. So like I said, it doesn't seem to have spools in it at all that I can tell. None that I can feel, I should say. There we go. Got something set in the back. Just a tiny bit of movement. Just looking for any kind of binding pin. I just felt some springiness. I think that was 3 that I felt springiness on. Uh-oh. I may have just overset number 3, I think. Either 3 or 4. Feels like it's just about ready to go. One of the reasons that I'm wanting to switch locks is because I want a lock that's very visible, so that I can tell from a distance if it's locked up. Can't always tell with this Avis. It kind of blends into what it's locking up. And with kids, sometimes, you know, they forget. That's why I like the key retaining. They can't put the keys back unless the lock is locked, and I want to be sure that it stays locked up unless it's being used. Come on. Like I said, this is a pretty tough lock to pick for some reason, and it doesn't give awesome feedback. I have picked it before, quite a few times, but I don't really know the binding order. I just know that it always seems to open on number 2. Something is really springy. I might be using a little too much tension here. I'm going to lighten it up a little. Just a little. There's something springy again. You can hear the clicking when I take the pick off. You know what? Number 1 may not have been set. It's usually one of the first pins to set. Hear those pins. There we go, finally. Okay. It's all sweaty from my hand. All right. And we will need, what did I do with it? It is, here, it's right in front of me. 7/64ths. Hex head. Got this little retaining screw here, and then get this. Oh, it's an adapter. Okay, so there we have the insides of this lock. I'm gonna have to see what I need to do to. I don't know if I can switch the insides of this thing here. We're going to do some experimenting, though. We're going to take a look, see what's going on. Nice. Okay, that came off like that. Okay. We are gonna use, let's see if this will fit. I don't know if I trust that. We'll try this hollow follower here. There we go. And here's this key that came with. We're going to pour these out. Okay. And then up top, I'm going to go ahead and put a little mark on here. So I know where the front was. And I think I'm going to switch followers, just to make this process as easy as possible so things don't go flying. Yep, standard. I'll be surprised if there's a spool in here. I just did not feel any. So far, no spools. Alright, no spools. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put these back in real quick. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Messed up. Where did that go? Where did that guy go? Where'd that spool go? I mean, where'd that... I do not know where that driver ran off to. Oh, you know what? I think it fell... I think it fell in the hole. Let's see. Sure did. There it is. It fell in... When the spring popped out, it fell in the chamber. Okay. Don't go too far this time. Boy, I'm having all kinds of trouble, huh? I have my follower kind of turned around. It's easier if you use the curved end. This is a homemade follower. Okay. Now I've got this all loaded up here. We're just gonna dump these out. Make sure that it's right. Should just do this one at a time, I guess. Alrighty. Now we've got this here. Number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll take this key that I have all made up already. I filed it. And it works, looks like it's going to work perfectly. Okay, so now got to switch these followers again. Make sure that the cutout end is there. Make sure I stay clean on those drivers. Now we seem to be good to go. Put the clip back on. Put this guy, I think it went like that. Let's see. Let us see how this goes. Put it like this. All right. This can be a little tricky for me. So if this is like this, that's like that. No. That spring makes it so that it only goes one way. Awesome. All right. Let's make sure this all works. Which way does that go? All right. We'll put this. Uh-oh, I made the actuator fall apart. Okay. The actuator popped out of there. Alright. We'll try this again in a second. Alright, I am back. I was having all kinds of trouble. So what you do is, how I did it is I had it unlocked, found where the dip was for that ball on the shackle, and then I dropped the second ball in, put it in, kept it as separated as possible, and then I put this actuator in the unlocked position this way, and then used a screwdriver to turn it. Oops, I messed up. Okay, so it's unlocked in the unlocked position. Now I put it in locked position, and that dropped the actuator, but then you have to, well, I had to turn it to seat it into locked position. So now the actuator is turned into locked position. Now I should be able to have this locked and put it in. There we go. Now it's unlocked and locked. I'm going to put this guy, I'm gonna unlock it, make sure it works real nice, which it does now, and then put that in there. Now I'm going to take my ABIS and get a screwdriver here. See if this, hey, that's seems to be loose enough. And then take this guy out. And then I'm going to see if that actuator will work. I don't think that I can swap anything out here. So, not that I know of. If anyone knows of a way, let me know. I would be very interested. Thanks again to BobbyKeyz for sending this to me, and like I said, I believe Jeff Moss donated this to BobbyKeyz, so I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Again, everybody be good and be well.